There you go. They ever do that for you, friend? The
Yeah,
childhood
they did.
pictures.
They did.
Look at that. Kelsey Lang, Bree Taylor, and of course, Coach Karen Aston as we are under 20 minutes until tip-off. It is senior night, a huge night for Lang and Taylor. It's interesting. They've been roommates for years now, very close friends. When Kelsey Lang, who is coming off a career year, first arrived on campus, Karen Aston nicknamed her Kitten because she was so shy, a little timid. That is not the case anymore for Kelsey Lang, who's 7th on the all-time block list at Texas, getting ready to wrap up a fantastic career.
Kelsey, I mentioned earlier, all Big 12, her sophomore season. Karen Aston, I think, hit it on the nail on the head by saying there are some players who need to be needed, and when we've needed Kelsey Lang, she's really stepped up, and I think we've seen that this season. We've seen her be probably one of the most consistent players for this Texas team all season long, and we'll need to have a big game tonight, and honestly, for Texas to be successful against Iowa State.
As for Bree Taylor, nearly 600 points, more than 400 career rebounds, and she's been asked to change roles this season, and she's one of those players who's done anything and everything Karen Aston has asked of her. Again,
Should be on the all-defensive team for Big 12. Again, one of the most feared defenders in this league because she just understands that it's all about grit and grind and passion. And Bree Taylor is not short on any of those. But again, has done everything Karen Aston has asked her to do. If she needs her to run the floor, she does it. If she needs her to play the 3 position, she does it. If she needs her to play the 4 position, she does it. And that's what you need when you're trying to make a championship run.
Karen Aston recently quoted Jody Conrad, who said a while back, it seems like as soon as players really figure it out, it's time for them to leave and move on.
That's a good point.
Bree Taylor, by the way, said she's getting ready to join the Air Force, a family tradition. As for Kelsey Lang, she said, you know what, I think I'm going to go to grad school for finance. She said, I may play basketball for a little more, but not too long, although she added, you know, Tina Thompson, assistant coach, had the same theory coming out of college that, well, I'm going to play ball for a little bit, and we know what kind of career she ended up with, a long, fantastic one. You see Karen Aston coming out to honor the seniors, Bree Taylor and Kelsey Lang, the roommates. Bree Taylor says Kelsey is the mom of the group. Bree admitted she is a slob in their room, and Kelsey is the one who cleans up everything and takes care of everything as the center court festivities are underway. Let's go from the seniors while we watch these festivities for a moment to some of the underclassmen, if we can. Joyner Holmes, freshman sensation, 6-time Big 12 Freshman of the Week, leading the team in rebounds. You could go on and on about the accolades. And we know she's improved. Is she the best freshman in the nation?
I haven't seen a better freshman than Joyner Holmes, and she's a point center. So literally can get the basket off the boards, take the ball all the way to the other end of the court and convert or make a beautiful pass. I have not seen a freshman, forget talent, IQ, understanding of the game, understanding of where the ball needs to go. Joyner Holmes has that. When she develops a deadly outside shot, she's going to be unstoppable because she's been pretty much unstoppable this season for Texas.
It's interesting because even though the seniors, Kelsey Lang and Bree Taylor, who are coming out to the court now, talked about themselves and coach, they both went out of their way to mention Joyner Holmes and how talented she is and how they can't wait to watch more from her. Here comes Bree Taylor with her family. Really one of the unsung players from this squad. Defensive specialist, high energy player. You see only the 2 points there, but her impact isn't always there in the score sheet afterwards. It's the hustle plays that she makes.
No question. The stuff that Bree Taylor does for Texas does not show up on the stat sheet. Charges, hustle, passion, intensity. Yet you need all of those things to be successful as a basketball team. I have a quick story about Bree Taylor. When she was a freshman, didn't get to play in one game and was walking through the tunnel and she had tears in her eyes, and I said, what's going on? She just couldn't even talk. I said, well, let me tell you something. Don't let your coach forget about you. And she says, I never forgot that. So every season I've come in, and my thought is, Karen Aston will not forget about me, and I think she's done that quite well.
It's a great story, absolutely. Another player she won't soon forget about, Kelsey Lang, who, you know, Karen Aston admitted in years past when Imani Boyette was here, sometimes Lang's impact would go overlooked, but she was the type of person and player, when called upon, she will step up big time, and she has this year.
Listen, when you talk about Kelsey Lang, you talk about that wet jumper. She has a shot that is unlike anything in the country. And you don't hear a whole lot about Kelsey Lang because she's not a banger. She's a finesse player. Let me tell you something. I'll take a player who can shoot at 6'5", who can stretch the defense the way Kelsey Lang can, before I'll take a bruiser any day. I love jumpers.
Recently became the 41st member of the 1,000-point club at Texas, nearing the top 10 in career games played. And we saw how big her impact is when she wasn't on the court. Got hurt in the first half against Baylor in the second quarter. That last game did not return, and that was a huge difference as Texas got outscored by double digits in the second half without her. Good to see her back, though, healthy and ready to go. Got her eye scraped in that game. She is there celebrating with her family. 2 more games and she moves into the top 10. Karen Aston said this is her first true recruiting class. These 2 players, really the first ones who bought in fully, 100% to her system and her belief. And she got a little bit choked up talking about them the other day because she's, you develop a bond with every class, but especially your very first true class.
Yeah, these are your babies. These are Karen Aston's babies, of the folks that she went into those living rooms and told those parents that she was going to take care of those kids and get them to that senior year and get them to graduate. I want to point out that Kelsey Lang and Breonna Taylor are both excellent students and have really embraced the notion of being a student athlete here in Texas.
There you see posing with Coach Aston for the last time in their careers at home during the regular season, Breonna Taylor and Kelsey Lang.